Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's doing good. So, the usual, as you come in, type in the chat and say hi, so I'll know who's joining me. It's good to be back. I hope everyone had a great holiday. Hope you all enjoyed your Thanksgiving. Hope you had a great day today on this Thursday. I hope it. Hey, Evan, how are you? It's good to be back. I missed you guys. And I hope you guys are doing good. I'm going to give people a little bit more time since we've been gone for 2 weeks and this is our first Thursday back. I'm excited. Hey, Trinae. I'm excited to be back. I hope you guys had a great day today. Hope you all had an awesome Thursday. It was beautiful outside. Temperature's starting to drop a little now. Hey, Portia. But it's a good day. It's another day that we get to be in the land of the living. Hey, I missed y'all too. I missed y'all too. I'm glad to be back. I got used to doing this. Hey, Sister Tony. It's good to see you. It's good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing good. So I hope everybody's doing good. And again, this is S.O.P presents Tidbits with Peaches, and I am Peaches. We do this every Thursday at 6. We were gone for 2 weeks. We had some family emergency with our church. And then, of course, hi, Christine. And of course, with Thanksgiving being on Thursday, I wanted you guys to be able to eat and enjoy your family. But we're back and we're happy to be back. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about don't suffer in silence. You know, mental health has a stigma with it when it comes to us sometimes that we feel like it makes us weak to say, you know, I'm suffering or I'm not doing good in my mental state. But today I want to talk about don't suffer in silence. And, you know, I always tell you that it's okay not to be okay. So that's true. It's okay not to be okay. I don't expect you to be okay every day. And then sometimes we, especially African American women, we think we superwoman all the time. But in actuality, it's okay sometimes if your S is crooked or if it falls off sometimes. The harm is not asking for help. So and it doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you look bad. It makes you, to me, stronger to, you know, to know that I'm strong enough to say, okay, this is weighing on me too much. I can't do it by myself anymore. It's okay. So I don't want anybody to suffer in silence. I don't want that. I want everybody to be okay. And I want us to be healthy. And mental health is something that we don't talk about a lot, um, especially in the body of Christ, which I think is a tool that we need to add. And I took a step to talk about this today. I had been wrestling with it for a while, not really wanting to offend or upset anyone, but if it keeps pressing with me, then I know it's something that I need to discuss. So I really don't want anybody to suffer in silence. I don't want anybody to feel like they don't have anybody or it makes you less than if you reach out for help to say that I need somebody to talk to. I need somebody that'll understand that I'm hurting on the outside, even though life and society has taught us to smile or grin and bear. Don't do that. Hey, Tanita. Hey, my joke. Um, I don't think that's good. I don't think anybody should grin and bear. If you're hurting, you're hurting. And I think everybody should have that person. I love you too, Christine. I love you too. I don't think anybody should feel like they can't talk about it if they're hurting. If you're suffering from anything, anxiety, panic attack, if you're depressed, It's okay to talk to somebody. It's okay if you don't feel good every day. Don't suffer in silence. Don't hold it all in because it's not good. Anxiety is fear. Hey, Charity. And I want people to understand what anxiety is. Anxiety is fear. It's just your body's natural response to stress. And it's fear, fear of what's coming, fear of stepping into something new, fear of not being your best all the time, fear of not being able to accomplish your goals. That's why you see a lot of people before they get ready to do something big or getting ready to do something else, they get anxiety of it. It's fear of stepping into the unknown. So it's your body's way of saying, okay, you're really fearful of this. Or when you begin to worry about things, that's stress. When it begins to hit you, all of it pile on you at once, that's stress and it's anxiety. And then it hurts your body and it hurts you. So I think sometimes we as people don't think it's okay, but it's okay to have those moments. But what's not okay is that you suffer in silence and try, hey, Lila, and try to deal with it yourself. That's what's not okay. That's not okay. So I want this today, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Please don't suffer in silence. If you know somebody that's going through, or they may need just someone to talk to say, okay, sis, it's going to be okay. We're going to walk it through this together. We're going to walk through this together. We're going to get through this together. And there are always signs of fear and anxiety and stress. And, when you find those people who are laid back that don't have a lot to say a lot of times, those people who you see smile through the pain. 9 times out of 10, those are the people who are going through. So, again, I just wanted to touch that a little bit to let you know that it's okay if you're not okay. What's not okay is that you don't get help, to seek someone to help you or someone to talk to or someone that's there for you. That's what's not okay. So don't continue to suffer in silence. That's not what it's about. And I always tell people that, it's okay to pray, and prayer is good. Don't get me wrong, prayer works. Um, Prayer is an amazing thing, but then you have to look at it this way: God gave people knowledge of wisdom to help you through certain things. So, yes, prayer works, but sometimes it's okay if you have to reach out and say to somebody else to say, I need to talk. This is too much for me. I can't carry this by myself. It's okay to reach out when you need somebody to talk to, because we all have those moments. And if they say that they don't, then something's wrong. Then something's wrong. So you have to be able to um, know that it's okay if you're not okay. If you're not feeling your best, that's okay. If you're sad or if you're depressed or if something going on or life is hitting you too hard and you don't know what to do, yes, pray. But then you reach out to somebody that you know that you can talk to, whether it be a therapist, whether it be a life coach, whether it be your pastor or your youth pastor or whoever. You reach out to somebody. Don't just suffer in silence. You reach out and get some help to somebody that can help you through those things. So, and one of the biggest things that I've noticed lately is people suffering from anxiety. And like I said, anxiety is usually just stress and fear. And it's a feeling of fear, of apprehension of what's to come. So sometimes, like I said, you don't know what's coming and you're fearful of it, or your anxiety is on 100 because you got a new position and so many things hitting you, or you got a diagnosis that you don't understand. And then you all anxious about it, or your anxiety, or you're stressed about it, or something's going on with your children and you're just stressed about it. That's what anxiety is. It all comes in at you at once. And then anxiety can push into panic attacks. And that is because your body is dealing with the stress the only way it knows how, because you're holding it. So it has to release all of that stress some kind of way, and then it becomes a panic attack. And this is what I like to say: there are always ways to avoid stress. Your fear of it is just to do it. To get over fear, you have to step into it, to step into the unknown of it. That's how you get over fear. But anxiety, when you can always feel when it's coming, you begin to get a little shaky, get a little nervous in your stomach, your breathing begins to, become, and then you have to stop for a minute. Take a minute and see what triggers you. There's triggers to everything. There's always a trigger. What triggers your stress? What triggers your anxiety? What triggers those things? What triggers the depression? Why are you depressed? What's the underlying issue? Those are the questions you have to think back in your head and ask yourself, okay, why is this causing me to feel this way? Why is this triggering it? Why am I so anxious, or why am I so stressed? What other ways can I handle this besides allowing it to stress me out or pulling up my anxiety? So there are things that you can do, and there are always things to do. Sometimes I have anxiety. I get overwhelmed by things and or stepping into something that's different from me. I always stop and take a minute and I breathe. And it helps me if I just stop, focus on something else, calm my breathing, and go back and revisit it. Emotions. Anxiety is tied to your emotions. So, however you're feeling can push you into an anxiety attack or a panic attack. It's everything is tied to your emotions, how you're feeling about it. I always tell people you can't do anything when you're in your feelings. Feelings are emotions, and it's tied to your stress, your anxiety. It's tied to panic. So your emotions are tied to those things. So you have to make sure that you're not in your feelings, or your emotions are not all over the place. So it can cause you to have anxiety or panic attacks. So you have to control your emotions and control your feelings, because how you think about something all the time may not be exactly how it is. And that's another thing. Anxiety will push you to thinking something's there when it's really not that way, because you on 1,000 and your head is racing, and you thinking all these things. Well, they not liking me, they don't like me. This is happening. Why is this happening? What's going on? Well, I feel like, but that's again, you feel. So you feel like that. Why do you feel like that? Why are you seeing it that way? Why is it feeling that way? Why are you doing it that way? And those are all the things that anxiety and panic attacks can do. But I just wanted to tap that a little bit. So I don't want anybody to suffer in silence. I don't want anybody to suffer in silence. I don't want anybody hurting. Um, that even if you see this video or you go back to this video later and you see it, just know that you don't have to suffer in silence. And I say it's okay not to be okay. Reach out to somebody. If you need somebody to talk to, reach out. Don't suffer in silence. Don't hurt in silence. It's okay. It's okay to need somebody to talk to. It's okay if you got to cry sometimes. It's okay if you cry every night until you get it out. It's okay. It's okay if you're not feeling your best self today. It's okay. It's okay if you have a bad day. It doesn't make you weak. It just means that, okay, I'm just not having a bad day. I can't get through this. For some reason, I keep going back to this same thing. Then you need to say, let me stop and break. If you don't want to talk to anybody, stop and break it down. If y'all could see my desk here in my office, there's probably 10 or 15 notebooks. I write things down myself. If something's bothering me and I feel like I can't really talk to anybody else, I write it down. I'll write it down. And I've learned to do that over the years, because, journaling does help. It's a good tool when you're feeling a certain way and you don't really want to tell anybody else. Write it. Write it down. And then go back and revisit it. So if you're stressed today and you go back and you say, why am I stressed? Why am I feeling this way? What triggered it? What caused this to do? What caused me to feel this way this day? What happened? So stop and rethink and revisit whatever it is that caused you to feel that way. Because there's always a reason, there's always an underlying issue to any situation. There's always that. And I always say, if it's not benefiting you and it's not making you feel good, if it's not growing you, then you don't need that. So anything that's causing you not to be, hey, Nita, anything that's causing you not to be your best self, that's not benefiting your life, then you don't need that in your life, especially at this state um, of the world now. Life is short, life is precious. So you need to be happy and whole with yourself. So if it's not benefiting you, it's not helping you grow, it's not understanding you at this point, then you don't need those things. And I'm not telling you, I don't ever want anybody to think I'm trying to tell you, you know, to walk out of something, don't do this and do that. I'm just saying right now, if it's not benefiting you, then what is it doing? What purpose is it serving in your life? If it's disturbing your peace, if it's keeping you up at night, if it's worrying you, if it's stressing you out, then what good is it doing? And those are things that's just real talk. What good is it doing? As you know, my dad used to say, straight talk. It ain't got no water. It's just straight. You ain't watering it down. That's straight chaser. So why would I keep doing something that's not benefiting me? Why would I keep allowing something to disturb me? Why would I keep allowing something or someone to hurt me or keep me in a place where I can't function, I can't grow, I can't move forward? I'm just stuck in this cycle and I'm not moving. So why would I keep doing that? Why am I allowing that to keep happening to me? That's the thing that you have to say. Why am I allowing that to happen to me? So why am I stuck right here? What do I need to do to get myself unstuck? What moves do I need to make to become healthy and whole within myself? So I have to look at it. You have to begin to look at life that way. That at this point in the game, I want better. So if that means I've got to do better, I'm not talking about people around me. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. And I'm saying this because that's what you need to say. I'm talking about me. I want better for me. I want to feel better for me. I want to know that my mental state is good, that I'm okay. And I've learned that I'm okay. Even if I'm not okay, I'm going to be okay. So if I'm having a bad day, it's okay. If I'm not feeling okay, it's okay. If I'm questioning some things, that's okay, because that means I'm going to get it right. I'm going to get the answers that I need to make me better so I won't become bitter. There was something Pastor Sheila Allen said, and I love it. It says, take your trauma and let it make you better. And then the Lord gave me a twist on it. He said, your trauma should make you better, not bitter. So when you're going through things, trauma is just an emotional shock or a deeply distressing thing that have occurred in your life. So sometimes trauma will make you bitter, but you take your trauma and let it make you better. Let it push you into your purpose. Let it push you into your destiny. And then I always say, deal to heal. So you have to deal with it so you can heal. So again, don't suffer in silence. Know that it's okay. If you need to reach out to somebody, reach out to them. Don't sit there and suffer in silence. And that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. And I just wanted to say that life is too short for you not to be happy. Life is too short for you not to be healthy. Love on each other. Make sure your people know you love them and keep it moving. We're trying to grow every day. I'm not here to judge anybody. I want to love. I want everybody to be healthy and whole. And if I can do anything to help anybody, Lord knows I will. Because 9 times out of 10, if I'm talking about it, I've been through it. So that's when, God was telling me the other day, he said, how can they ever know what I've truly done for you if you don't ever really tell? So I haven't been always in this headspace. I haven't. I haven't always been in this place or on this platform or able to do what I do. But if I hadn't been through some of the things, I would never be able to sit here and tell you about them. So please don't suffer in silence. Don't suffer in silence. I want you to know that today. If you don't remember nothing else Peaches said, remember that. Don't suffer in silence. And make sure, when I say I am my sister's keeper, I am my sister's keeper. Make sure you're reaching out to your people. Make sure you know. If you hadn't heard from them in a couple of days, call them. Girl, you all right? Call them. If you hadn't heard from them in a couple of days, you call them. Don't wait for them to call you. You call them to make sure they're okay. Make sure that they're okay. Love on them and let them know that they are loved. And it's okay not to be okay. And don't suffer in silence. And I don't know why that's so heavy on me today. And it got me about in tears on here. And I didn't want to do that on live. But I really feel that. I don't want anybody to suffer in silence. I don't. I want everybody to know it's okay to reach out for help. It's not a bad stigmatism. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you any of those things. When I look at it, I think the strongest people are the people who reach out for help. because they know that they can't do it on their own. Those are the strong people to me. I think that that makes a sister or a brother more stronger when they know that they need some help and they can't do it by themselves anymore. They know they can pray, but they know they need somebody else to give them some tools, or somebody just to listen and tell them, give them some input, because we can't tell you what to do. We can just put input to show you a better way, or show you what worked for me, that some of the tools I use might help you along the way. So it's never about arrogance. It's just, I like to say, being confident in who God has made me, um, and confident in who I am at this stage in my life, to know that, some of my traumas or some of my trials can help the next person um, come up or not go through those things. So I don't want anybody to suffer in silence. I don't want to see anybody hurting, um, when there's tools to help them. So again, y'all, please check on your people, love on your people. And when you say you love them, mean it. Because love is action, not just me speaking it. I need to show you. Sometimes people need to say, okay, you love me, but show me. We get so busy in our own lives sometimes that we don't have time to stop and really love on people, to say, I love you, I got you, I'm here. If you need me, I'm here. Call me, pick up the phone. Sometimes you waiting on them to call you, but when they're suffering, they're not gonna call you. You need to call and check on them. You pick up the phone and say, you okay? You need something, you need to talk. We can pray together if that's what you want to do. But sometimes you have to be the person to call and say, are you all right? And tell them that I'm here. Just don't let them suffer in silence. A lot of times people won't reach out when they need help. They won't, because they're ashamed. So that's why I say that, love on your people, check on them, make sure you call and check on them. I have a friend, and I think I said this before, and her name is Angelia. And me and Angelia used to be really, really close when our kids were younger. But, she got married and we live in different places now. But I promise you, anytime I call her or she calls me, she never hangs up without saying, I love you, girl. If she texts me, the text never ends without, I love you, girl. And she shows me that it's not just her giving me words. She supports me. If I'm not on here at 6:01, she on this phone. Where you at? I can't find you. So I'm saying it to show you that sometimes you do have to reach out to people. But I know if I ever needed her, I could go to her. And anybody who know me know I got Joke and I got Sissy and Sister. But I'm just saying that sometimes you have to have those people that without a doubt will be there, and they make it easier for you to know that if I needed her, I could call them or I could call her to say. And I think everybody should have that person um, that's there. So again, I know this was a different kind of tidbits with peaches tonight, but it was on my heart to do. So I hope it helped somebody. Hope it reached who it needed to reach. But please don't suffer in silence. Don't do that. Don't suffer in silence. And y'all love on your people. Let them know that you love them, that you genuinely love them. It's not a fake kind of love, but a godly love, and that you love them and that you'll be there for them. So, and everybody that watches me, I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. I really do. And I thank God for the platform that He's given me. I thank Him for the people that He's placed in my life. I thank Him for the gifts that He's placed in my life. I even thank Him for the zeal that He's given me to help and the things that He showed me in the past couple of months. I'm excited to see what He's going to do for all of us, not just me. I don't want to be a selfish person. I want the blessings to connect to everybody around me, not just me. So I'm thankful for the platform, and I'm thankful for you all. And that's about all I have today. And I know it was a different type of live, but I had to do what I felt like was in me to do tonight. So I'm thankful. And I thank you guys so much for all your support. And I thank you for continuing to watch. So next Thursday, we'll be back at 6. And I love you, S.O.P. I love you, everybody that supports me. I love you. Thank God for all of you. And please don't suffer in silence. Please don't do that. Reach out to somebody. Y'all start checking on your people. If you don't do nothing but say, hey, you all right? I love you. Just check on your people. Make sure everybody's good. And y'all have a great night. And I love all of you. Thank you. Good night.